A message in the book. Lisa was a quiet girl. She liked books more than people. She worked part-time at the city library. Every day, she organized books, helped visitors, and sometimes read when no one was looking. Her favorite section was the fiction shelf near the back window. The light there was soft and warm, and the books smelled old, like history and dreams. Lisa often sat there during her break. One rainy afternoon, she was returning a book to its place when something unusual happened. The book was a simple green novel. She opened it to check the condition. But inside, between pages 146 and 147, there was a small, folded piece of paper. It was not part of the book. It was handwritten. Lisa looked around. The library was quiet. She carefully unfolded the paper. On it, in neat handwriting, were the words, "Meet me at 6 p.m. near the bridge." No name. No date. No explanation. Just that one sentence. Lisa blinked. Was this a joke? A game? Maybe someone left it by mistake? She looked at the checkout date. The book had been returned just that morning. Her heart beat a little faster. The bridge? There were many bridges in the city. But Lisa knew which one the message meant. The small old bridge in the park near the library. It was a quiet place. She smiled a little. Why not? She thought. At 5:45 p.m., she closed the library and walked to the park. Her coat was thin, and the wind was cold. She walked slowly to the bridge. It was empty. A few ducks swam in the river below. The sky was gray, and the trees danced in the wind. At 6 p.m. exactly, she heard footsteps. A man, about her age, stood at the other end of the bridge. He looked around and saw her. His eyes were surprised for a moment, then happy. He walked closer. "Hi," he said. "Hi," she replied. I wasn't sure anyone would come," he said. "You left a note in the book," she said. He laughed nervously. "Yes. I put it there weeks ago. I was too afraid to talk to someone directly. So I thought, maybe someone would find it. Maybe someone interesting." Lisa smiled. "And now?" "Well, you're here," he said. "I'm James." "I'm Lisa." They stood in silence for a second. "Do you want to walk?" he asked. She nodded. They walked through the park. The wind moved through the trees. James talked about how he loved stories but didn't know how to talk to strangers. Lisa said she felt the same. They laughed. They talked about their favorite books, their dreams, their favorite places in the city. It felt easy. Like they already knew each other. At the end of the walk, James looked at her. "Would you like to meet again?" Lisa smiled. "Only if the message is in a book again." James laughed. "Deal." The next day, Lisa returned to the same green book. Inside was a new note. "Thank you for coming. You made my evening warm. Shall we meet again this Friday? Same place, same time." Lisa smiled and wrote her own note. "I'll be there. And this time, I'll bring hot chocolate." She put it in the book and returned it to the shelf. Friday came. It was colder, but Lisa wore her warm scarf. She walked to the bridge with 2 cups in hand. James was already there, waiting with a book in his hand. They sat on the bench near the bridge, shared the drink, and read to each other. This became their secret game. Each week, one would leave a message in a book. The other would find it. Some notes were simple. "Let's meet in the park again. Your laugh is like music. Rainy days are better with you." Some were longer, like poems or short stories. Over time, their meetings became more frequent. They visited bookstores, watched old movies, and cooked dinner together. But the message in the book never stopped. It became their way of saying what they couldn't always say aloud. Lisa began to write too. She left messages in books for James. She wrote things like, "You make me feel safe. When you smile, I forget the cold. I never liked winter before you." One snowy evening, Lisa came to the library. The lights were soft, and only a few people were there. On her desk was a book. Not an old one, a new book, with a red ribbon. She opened it. Inside was a message. "You are the story I didn't know I was looking for. Will you be the last chapter in my book? Turn the page." Lisa turned the page. Inside was a small ring, tied to the ribbon. She looked up. James was standing behind the shelves, nervous and smiling. Lisa laughed and said yes. They didn't stop reading. They didn't stop writing. Their home was filled with books. And in many of them, between the pages, were messages. Little pieces of love, waiting to be found again. Because for them, love didn't begin with big words. It began with a simple message. In a book,